Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. It's less than an hour before lunch, so I am going to show you. I'm making bison burgers today. Bison is buffalo meat. It's really quite nice. I have a pound here. And as you can see, it's quite lean. You see? It really is. When I cook hamburgers, or I eat, if somebody makes them for me outside, they're always a bit on the dry side. You know, on the outside it's usually dry, or they overcook it. I'm going to show you how I keep mine moist with flavor. I am going to add salt and pepper like everybody else, according to your taste. I'm going to crack an egg in it. The egg is my binder. Now what I'm going to do is add wheat germ. Believe it or not, wheat germ keeps your hamburgers moist. Two, 3 tablespoons, maybe a fourth. Near a fourth. I've never measured it that way. I just do it. I just put it in. So I think it's anywhere from 3 to 4 tablespoons per pound. They're going to be moist. If I need more, I'll add more to it. I'm going to have to add some more. I don't want them real dry. I don't want it this moist. It's too moist. So I'm going to add a little more. I wish I could be more exacting on this, but the egg really dictates it. And I'll show you. Let me get it mixed. It's not going to interfere with the flavor of the buffalo meat, but what it is going to do is make it moist. So when you eat your hamburger, you get more of the moisture instead of the dry meat. You know, when you eat, you sit there and you can, you have to drink a lot of sodas or liquid to go with it because it is quite dry, even though you put the lettuce, tomato, and everything else on it. See? Now, if I want to have a bacon hamburger, what I like to do is I will fry bacon up, and then I'll crumble it up and put it in here. Because you know when you put bacon on a hamburger, how it breaks up and hangs over and all this way, I cook it and then I put it into the meat. So when I cook the meat and all the bacon is already there, you can get the flavor of the bacon. Let me get this brushed. Today is a tiring day. Last last night, they were, music was going a bit on the loud side, so it was keeping people up. We weren't getting a good night's sleep. When I grew up, they controlled, there is a law on the books about blaring radios after an hour, and if you're walking down the street and somebody can hear it, it's too loud. That's why they gave us earplugs. But then they found out the earplugs were causing people to go deaf. So if you're sticking them in your ears, causing that problem, but if you're blaring music and you can't hear it, you're going deaf. Like I said, things are crazy, but anyway, I was a bit tired this morning when I was showing you how to do the, not that I'm not tired still, but I was tired giving you the sourdough hamburger rolls. I was really tired. You don't want a really high flame on this because you don't want to burn these. You want to cook them. What we're going to do is we are going to grill the rolls. I usually don't do that, but I'm going to give it an attempt and pray I don't do it wrong. Because if I do, let's just say I'll be ruining them. Put this to the side. Now, these are the sourdough rolls. They get carried away growing just a bit. I think 3 hamburgers might be enough for us. Like I said, I have never made these, but oh my goodness, look at them. Isn't that beautiful? What are you looking at are the bubbles. Sourdough bread doesn't have level bubbles like the regular yeast that you have. You see how you have big and small in here? That's what you want. That's when you know you're really getting your sourdoughs. And they are very light. They're not heavy. But you are going to need a hamburger pan, rolled pan, I'm sorry, like the one I used. I'll show you why. Without it supporting this, look at the size of this mother and look how flat it is. You need a hamburger bun pan. I don't know where you can get them. I guess Amazon would sell them, but it'll contain it more. But be careful how much you put in, because then you have one here that looks like a flower popping off. Okay, I told you it was the first time I made them, but the texture of them is just beautiful, so I'm not going to have much of a complaint. And your hamburgers will be larger than you're accustomed to. So if you make one of these, as they say, make one of these mothers, you're not going to want 2 of them. Let me get a bread knife, a butter knife. We'll get some butter going. I don't need the oil anymore. We're done with that. Remember, the object of cooking meat and stuff is to not cook your seasonings to where they're burnt and all you get the taste is the meat. What you want to do, even if it's salt and pepper, you want to cook it to where you enjoy the flavors. Excuse me. I've been running around all morning. I had so many things I had to get done today. Well, the truth of the matter, it's like that every day. I have so much to do. I don't see how people can sit there and say, oh, I've got time. Where? You know? I have errands I have to do. I have other things I have to do. Let's take care of the home. And protect the health of my family. These cast iron weights are really, really good. They help to keep the meat from, you know how you're cooking ground beef and it sort of comes up together and you end up with a really thick hamburger but not as round. It contains it some. Some more wheat germ to that. It's not quite where I want it. So on a little dryer. I know you're watching me add all of this and saying, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure I do it all the time. It's going to be moist, so in the inside, so I really don't care. If you want a smoky flavor, you could add some smoked flavor, which would be nice. Yeah, this is drier. I got James Bond going on in my head. The music from him. I'm gonna put Texas candy on ours today. Mine, it's all mine. I think it'd be nice. I don't know if I want to put tomato on it, but I definitely am putting an onion on this. Just have to wait till these brown and I'll move them to the dishes over there. So, shall we talk about something? Do you know that makeup, well, creams and stuff were made in the kitchen at one time? When I was in my 20s, I had to make my own lotion. My husband and I made it. It's made with oils that you have in the kitchen, with lanolin, and you could add rose water for you know, you want the smell of it or not. And actually, I can buy it now instead of having to make it. But oils feed your skin. A lot of people don't know that. Lanolin hydrates your skin so you don't have wrinkles and stuff. It helps keep that moisture in. And what I use on my body as well as my face is a lotion, a cream lotion. Well, I'm going to call it an oil, all right? But it's extra virgin, first cold pressed olive oil, peanut oil, lanolin, and rose water. And that's what I've been putting on my face and my body. When I shower once a week, you have to sit there when you shower. You put it all over your body. And when I wash my face at night, I put it on. And then I go to bed. When I wake up, I put it on before I put myself together. And I've been using it for over 50 years. And it seems to work. It keeps the youth because it hydrates that skin so it doesn't dry out. Because that's what causes your wrinkles. Whoa. That's hot. That's what I use. So, the very food that you eat, the oils, are actually just put on your skin. A woman asked me, what can I do if I can't find this lotion? I told her, put peanut oil on your skin every morning and night. Before you put other stuff on it, it'll be fine. It'll feed your skin. She didn't believe me. She said, well, what do you put on your skin? I said, that's exactly what I put on my skin at night. And like I said, I'm 70, so I got something going right here. And that's what I use to put on. I've never really liked makeup. As a teenager I did. I wore Merle Norman because it was natural. My mother got me into it. And I just got away from it. I didn't like, I love the colors. The colors are beautiful. But I like the way I look. And I was hoping that there was a way I could prevent a lot of severe aging on the face. And when I heard about lanolin and using oils, I went to the refrigerator and I started using olive oil and peanut oil. And my husband's great aunt, I know, and I'm in my 20s, she's a great aunt, so you know how old she was. She was in her 80s. And she looked beautiful. She just had a few lines here and maybe right here and some around her eyes. And I asked her, what did she use? She said, olive oil. And that's what she used and kept her face beautiful. at 80, and I just said, God bless you, you know, she's really just beautiful. I hope I aged that way. So, we found from the ARE the recipe to make your own lotion at that time. And we had to get lanolin from the pharmacist, and I bought extra virgin, first cold press, and I started using it on my face. And I've been using it ever since. I found out makeup to cover up. I don't want to cover my face up. I want to sit there and look natural and be pretty in old age. Yes, am I going to age? Absolutely. Is it going to show? Yes. But I don't want to be 30 years old and look like I'm 70. You know? That's how I look at it. So that's what I have been using on my face. Just a little history of makeup came from the kitchen. And I used to actually be at the stove with my husband, melting lanolin, getting the olive oil and the peanut oil together, and then adding, we had to go to Botanica to get rose water, and we put it all together. And I have 2 bottles in the bathroom, and I use them. You have to shake it up and then use them, but it's beautiful what it does for the skin. I see a lot of women, they put concealers and this and that on their face and all, and I don't want that. I've always been one. I like the way I am. If I have to hide under all that makeup, I'm not very happy with myself. Of course, that's my personal opinion. I have to be happy with me. So, what I eat also goes in my body. The lanolin, my body produces that naturally. So putting it on the outside with the nutrients that I take, my body can make it that. And then I put it on the outside, so I get it from the inside and the outside together. And it gives that softness to your face. Fine wrinkles and stuff don't show up in your face. I'm not saying that they're never going to be there. They will be there. But they don't have to be there overnight. Wake up one day and just cry and say, what happened to me? Matter of fact, I went to the eye doctor, and he was telling me, when you put the eyeliner in here, you have ducts in here that put fluid in to keep your eye moist. When you do that, you plug those oils up, you plug those holes up, and the fluid that's for your eye can't get to your eye, and your eye dries. And they say they have to do surgery to actually open those back up. And I said, well, I never did that. Thank God. I knocked on wood on that. So I've been learning things throughout my life, and I just talk with you and share some of the things that I know, you know, to be careful. So I found out some of the things that we do in makeup. We are hurting our skin, and the way we eat, we're aging ourselves because we're not eating properly. If our body has everything it needs and gets it all the time, it can keep on repairing, and we don't end up with all the aches and pains and looking so old for our age. I'm cooking these at a low temperature. Let me get an onion. Like I'm going to be making, you know, detergent came out of the kitchen too. I'll be making that shortly. Oh well. I was going to put a red onion, but since half this onion was used last night, I'll go ahead and finish it off today. So a lot of things came out of the kitchen. So as I do some things, you're gonna sit there and say, that's not in the kitchen. Yes, all this stuff was done in the kitchen. I have a working kitchen. And I notice that people are using instant cooks, a lot of equipment, and not using their stove. And making instant things. Remember, these instant foods that you're getting are shortcuts to things, are not as nutritious as when you get in there. They can say it is, but it isn't. I trust what I do in the kitchen. At least if I make a mistake, I can point to myself and say, I did it. Because believe me, at one time I did trust businesses, and they said this, I would believe them. But after what I saw with my husband and how sick he got, people have a hell of a way to go with me now. I don't listen very well. I saw what it did, and I wasn't happy about it. And I thought it was good. What they were doing was helping. It wasn't helping. Yeah, it was helping him right out of his life. I'm putting mustard on the bottom part of the hamburger, so you know what I'm doing. I have the plates over here behind you. You see, you don't have to grill your buns till they're burnt. I grill them lightly, as you can see here. You see, no reason to burn them. Even if you cook them completely done, they will still be moist because of that wheat germ that you put in with that egg. The egg will bind it because the wheat germ holds it all together with that egg, which is what you want. You shouldn't be too hot now. It's still a little hot, but they got a sweetness to them. I'm still gonna have some water before I start choking. Pineapple juice I made. That might go quite nice with this. By the way, for all of you that have to subscribe to my station, YouTube channel and station. Come on, get it together, girl. Everybody who subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to say thank you very much. And I hope that this helps you in the kitchen to better nutrition and to better health for you and your family. Now, when I used that liquid culture, I did not expect them to rise to the extent that they rose. But that, if you're going to make hamburger buns, you have to contain them in something, or they're just going to go crazy and all over the place. I think these are medium, and they just fit the buns. Yay! They're going to be big. Believe me, I don't think you'd have to get somebody 2 of these, or you don't have to have a lot of condiments with this, because these are huge. Let's see, I can't bring them over here, so let me put them together and then I will show you just how big these things really, really are, because they are big. Like I told you, I use my towels in the kitchen. That's why I buy so many of them, because I just use them for everything in the kitchen. Between drying my hands, getting dough and grease on them, because I have it on my hands, I don't always wash them. They say with soap and water and then go and dry them, I'll just dry them there. Okay, here it is. This is a bison burger. You see how big it is? I just put a hamburger on each of them. I hope you try this. Take care and have a lovely day.